This is not a set event. So here we go. We are going to go with 4, 3, 2, 1. I have the Don on first. You know, remember the mistake I made the last time I put something up when I didn't change the screen it was on? Well, I did that again. So Abaddon was on before we were on. But that's how he rolls, man. He blew up Cadia. That man deserves a little bit of epic introduction.
I'm not comfortable with us having Abaddon. I hate Chaos Space Marines. Everyone knows that.
He's a baller. I mean, he did take 20 some odd years for his Third Three Crusade, but he finally put Cadia where it should be, in particles orbiting the Eye of Terror.
Cadia still stands, brother. Cadia still stands.
Do we upload the streams on any podcast platform? Right now they are just on YouTube, but we are going to start as of the new year. We will be on 2 different stream platforms where you can just listen to them on audio. So yes, Eloise, excellent question. Brad, what's it like to be the tallest member of Death or Glory? I basically have to carry these guys. When you're talking about height, I basically set the standard. I wake up, I piss excellence. Basically, I am the tallest, the youngest. I have the best hair of Death or Glory. It's all of the above. So, I love the triple in a row, by the way. Speaking of that, is there anybody that's shorter than me in Death or Glory? To be honest, no. I mean, it's by far me, right?
Yes, there is.
Who?
Got it. One of my teammates is shorter than you.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
He's
also 13, but that's okay.
I mean,
doesn't count.
Doesn't count. So I'm taller than children. I'm the tallest and the youngest player, by the way. I just want everybody to know that. The Brad is a unit of measure. Are you below or above this? So what's going on, everybody? We've got a Monday. We had a lot of releases. We are going to talk about the previews. Do we want to talk about the new models before we talk about the other stuff? Do we want to go Hobby Mojo first?
Hobby Mojo first.
I think Hobby Mojo would be kind of cool for us to do.
All right, let's window capture. Dude, that dude's badass. Also, obviously, one of the guys from the team painted it up amazing like they usually do. So you always have a little bit of anything looks kind of cool when you get one of their team members painting it. You know what I mean? You're like, that's a dumb model. You're like, well, what about now? You're like, all right, it's fine. Yeah.
I think Brad should grab up the cow and put it in a 4 spot when we're done looking at models. The person who just messaged me that is 100% correct. Somebody send Brad a picture of the cow right now.
Dude, the best is, Rhinoceros Rex. I log into the stream and I just hear Brad lying about being young and tall. This is why I have trust issues.
Hey, Brad, so we were chatting the other day, a group of us, and we were like, with the cow stuff and everything else, we really should just paint you up a cow Votan army.
Oh,
like black and white armor
all over. My thing is like
faces.
I
could get behind this.
See, for one, I want all my Eldar to be unicorns because I'm big. I'm all over the unicorn mojo. 2, if you would make me cow Votan, I would want the bikes to actually be flying cows, though.
Brad, can you please create? We need to get the cow up. You see the Chaz demanding it. I'm demanding it. Let's put the cow.
As soon as we look at these things, I will actually put the cow in that window.
All right, that's fair.
Somebody needs to send me a cow, though, because, I'm old and I don't know where things are safe.
Brandon, Lyle, one of you guys, Corey, somebody has to have it. Someone send me a cow.
I do love the 2 people. Here we go. From Matt. Corey and Chris. He goes, I'm sure DOG has a pet hamster or something. And then Chris goes, I mean, I have a small pet bird. This is hurtful.
Look at Lyle's already sent you the picture, Brad.
Oh, I will put that in there. All right. Which one's the best one? Because I like Torque Linson, Admiral of the First Fleet. That is a busy model. That is a small model that has a ton of crap going inside of it.
So I like the AOS one personally a little better for the anniversary models or the store models that they're doing. Very much so. It just looks fantastic.
Oops. Well, I didn't go to the AOS. I only have the 40K ones up. Damn it.
But there's the AOS one.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I've got the Arc making other stories. Well, screw it. You know what? I'm going into the damn previews because there's my boy, Abaddon, Arcs of Omen. Boom.
I like the Age of Sigmar one, actually, to be honest with you.
The Age of Sigmar one's an absolutely beautiful model.
I think it's better than the 40k one. I think the 40k one's cool and all, but he just seems like, oh man, I'm not explaining. He just seems like he's too wide. Just seems weird to me.
I'm not gonna lie, the Age of Sigmar stuff is almost always better looking than our stuff, which makes me sad. I'm a little tear inside. If I was a modeler, it would be different.
I mean, one of the I want to say it was Kicker from FLG at Cruisehammer had a bunch of the Age of Sigmar stuff converted to be Exodites for Eldar. And, you know, like the Sylvania stuff in it, they were gorgeous. They were absolutely gorgeous. The models themselves are awesome. They do blend well. It's kind of nice.
By the way, I want this boarding action box.
That boarding action box, I'm not 100% positive, but I'm fairly positive In the Darkness, which was the Kill Team box, had a similar or the same terrain in it. But still, the fact that you can kind of do a new type of skirmish game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Kill Team's badass. For anybody that hasn't played Kill Team, it's cool. It just is.
Yeah.
I dig it. I mean, it's also fast, too. I mean, Jesus, here's a question. Tom finishes his games in about 8 seconds in 40K while everybody else is playing for 3 hours. Tom, what do you think you would spend if you were playing Kill Team in time?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I didn't play that super fast without Tau. I mean, I played kind of fast with Reigns, but my games last like an hour, hour and a half. Oh, it's Kill Team. Kill Team seems it's like it's more thinking involved. It seems silly because you have such less resources that you have to be more strategic with them. I could be completely wrong. I never played it, but that's just what people make it sound like that who do play it. So
it is definitely a more strategic game because, you know, if you misplace one model and lose a model to not proper movement, it comes back to bite you a lot more.
I do want to say one thing though. I see Andy's in the chat. He's been in all our streams so far. Andy is, I think, the newest member of DOG, so I just want to welcome him to the team. I'm not going to repeat the comment he made, not that it was bad or anything, but it was just funny, and maybe one day we'll get him on stream and he can repeat that comment to us.
I told Andy that he can come on. He's just been screwed around. I told him he could come on. I want him on the Thursday stream is what I want him.
I like to put him on the mainstream.
We can put him on the mainstream.
I think he has a great personality. And I think.
Oh, now you're trying to say that you don't think he's a good-looking man. You're saying he's just got a great personality. I see how it is.
I was getting there. I think he's a great personality, beautiful man. I mean, what else do you need? You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly he's a better mascot than Brad or me. So that's why we need to get him on here. Like, people need to see the type of talent we have when it comes to looks and personality. And
T-shirt size. We get Zeke in here.
And he likes to wear schmediums.
Are these all old? This is just all old stuff that they're showing for all these Marines, right?
Yeah. Well, first off, also for those watching, if you can give us thumbs up if you like our content, it helps out a lot. Brand new channel.
And subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We got our 9th episode. Oh, Rhino Man. There's plenty of people on this game that's better looking than me. I'm just the fat funny dude. So you know, we got it. A strong medium. That's right, Andy. That's right. But so yeah, if you guys give some likes, some subscribes, that help us out a lot. I would also like though. Let's talk a little bit about Salt City GT. It's upcoming GT. I'm like super excited about. I missed its first year.
Look at these boxes, man. Don't skip the boxes.
Yeah, look at these boxes. Okay.
They do have a decent amount of stuff in them. Come on, bro. I also want this map. Ooh, Assassin King. All right, fine. I'm also scrolling at Mach 8, so I'm assuming people are just getting like shaky cam, like sickness on it.
I don't think any of the box sets are really going to go to the strength of the new Marines. Personally, that's why I'm not excited for them. And I could be wrong, but I looked at them and there's like, I think last year's box sets, a couple of them have been really good if they'd re-release those this year, based off the new rules are going to be coming out. But I mean, I don't know, they just don't hit the.
I like the thing is for me, I like some of the boxes that just give you shit that you're actually going to play. You know what I mean? Like a good value gets people into the game, especially if you want to start up a new, you know what I mean, a new deal. So I think it's
Brenton's definitely one of the cuties in the team. I'll give him that. But we got Granny NJ. So New Jersey, we know who that is, right? You know who that is?
Yeah. He's not even NJ anymore, bro. He's LV.
There we go. He's a solid 10 when it comes to personality and a solid 11 when it comes to looks. Guy cracks me up. I'm not going to repeat how we met him, but hilarious dude.
That's fun in my end.
Is Brian, are you muted, by the way? Because everyone's saying they can't hear you, by the way.
There we go. Sorry about that. I think those box sets are phenomenal deals because so many players get into the game from Marines that it's a nice spot to say, hey, look, buy this, add a couple other units, and you're at a 2,000 point army, and you can come, play on your Thursday nights or your Tuesday nights or whatever night of the week you play at your stores that you're at. And it's a good place to get people in. And the fact that a lot of the named characters have gone to direct only for Games Workshop, it's another avenue to get those.
I can agree with you on that, Brian. That's a good point. That's an excellent point for those getting in the hobby. Maybe that's what they gear the boxes to. I have that competitive mindset where I'm like, I mean, I can see it.
As a competitive player and a casual guy, both work really well. And I can say that after the holiday season, my Marine rack is 3/4 empty with all the rumors coming.
Sorry, I'm just amusing the shit out of myself with this cowl.
Yes.
Oh. This makes me so happy.
How do we not have t-shirts with this on it yet?
I don't know. This thing's amazing.
I'm just gonna say that you'll be happy with MCM merchandise. For those who love the cow.
Okay, I need to say where we got this. So we went down to ATC this year. We all stayed at a fantastic cabin. It was a great time. But we walk in, and that picture is just on the wall in the cabin, and it is disturbing. And it always looks like it's looking at you. The better picture came when Corey went outside and took a picture through the window to make it look like the cow was spying out at him.
Yeah. The thing is, the way that picture, the screenshot doesn't do it any justice. The way that picture was drawn is no matter where you're at.
It always looks at you with those whack eyes.
Staring at you. We liked that picture so much by the end of, and it was an amazing cabin we had. I believe Lyle hooked us up with that.
Yeah, Lyle took care of all that.
That was
the cow replaced me on my husband's lock screen.
Yeah. We literally contacted the company that owned the Airbnb and offered them ridiculous money for that cow painting because we wanted it for DOG and they would not sell it to us. And
there we go. There's part 2. I'm gonna put them next to each other. Yeah. That is the one that Corey took from outside. He made them look like they were looking at each other. I will put the moose and the others.
So, but real quick, while he's doing it, let's get some Salt City GT. I'm excited to talk about it.
So the Salt City GT, the tickets just went live today. It's the second year for this GT that I'm running in Syracuse, New York. It's the first full weekend in July, the 7th, 8th, and 9th. For 40K, it is a 3-day event with 3 rounds on Friday, 2 rounds on Saturday, and 2 rounds on Sunday. The event is designed with a little bit more of competitive in mind, but with evenings free on Saturday so you can go out to dinner, party around, and have a good time. We're also going to be doing a hangout and a few other things that'll be separate from the event itself. That'll just be fantastic. We also have Age of Sigmar. And right now the tickets are on special for the 40K ticket. Normally $125 is $100 right now through the end of the month. The AOS ticket is $80 and compared to the $100 that it'll normally be. At the end of the month, we'll be having Star Wars Legion tickets go on sale, Kill Team tickets, and Marvel Crisis Protocol. All of those being run by some fantastic groups that specialize in those. The guy who runs the Du Bois GT for AOS will be running the AOS event. I'll be running the 40K event along with my buddy Jeff and Zuber. And it's going to be a really good time.
What's the date on everything?
You just said it's July 7th, 8th, and 9th, right?
7th, 8th, and 9th, correct.
I did not hear you because
Is
I
it-
am
so is it
apparently
gonna be a-
tiny brain.
Yeah, well, we also pay attention chat. So, but is it going to be a 3-day event then?
3-day event for 40K. It'll be 3
All right.
rounds on Friday, 2 rounds on Saturday, 2 rounds on Sunday.
And how many players do you think you're going to get for this event?
Probably 100 will probably sell out.
Is
That's a
there
big event.
any chance that you will not try to kill me this time?
I guarantee I will try not to kill you this time.
No, I'm saying if you recall, last Salt City, I missed my plane because I was in the ER.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't my fault.
I feel it was. You should have sent me more positive mojo going in. I do love
we're gonna
Eddie's,
be-
Eddie's right
the
about
nice part about that is we will also be having at the event on the Thursday night beforehand, we're going to be having coaching sessions. We're going to be having some free paint clinics and a whole bunch of other very interesting, fun stuff to do while at the GT.
Brian, we got everybody asking, where is it actually at?
So it's at the Marriott downtown in Syracuse, New York.
Okay. Syracuse, New York. That's not too far from Michigan. I should be able to make that.
About a 6-hour drive it was from 6.5-hour drive from Motor City.
That's not far at all. I live about an hour south there, so 5.5. We can easily make that. Brett, you in the channel, bro? You gonna drive to Salt City with me? We're gonna pick Brett up on the way there. Me, Brett, and we take it out. It'd be fun. It'd be a fun tournament to go to. Excited for it. I also know that a lot of people are excited because you're a fantastic TL, Brian. So I know a lot of the DOG. Yeah, Syracuse. Sorry. I know a lot of DOGs talking about going to this event. So hopefully you sell out quick.
I'm glad because they have a little bit more space that we can get into, and if I need to, I will expand. I have
Josh,
no problem doing that.
Josh, I could fit 4 people easily in my truck, no problem. So it sounds like you got a 4-man tag going on right now. We'll get you.
I like the fact that you're literally we're again going to start up north and make our way down and pick a person up all the way down the turnpike.
But this time it's in the summer, no snowstorm problems, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, also, hopefully we don't get lost and drive the opposite way for like 4 hours. Brad once did that to me, but not gonna talk about it.
I will punch you in the
Anyway,
face.
moving on to Glad. It was totally me, by the way. It drove the wrong way.
So, where are you guys playing this weekend?
Glass City GT in the Toledo, also known as, the Glass City.
Yeah.
So excited. Mr. Snigowski's running this tournament, and it has been running. I don't even know how long Snigs has been running this. So a hot minute now. So been doing for a while. We went from 0 to hero as usual. Everybody, I think I'm the last person as always to sign up because I'm an idiot. Like, hey man, Lizard do. You should also say you're coming to the event, you moron. It may or not with that exact verbiage. But I'm excited for this tournament, man. He's playing. You know what I really like about the Glass City for this year? He's got a different terrain setup that he's trying out, and I hope you guys like it, but I really dig it. So what he does is it's player placed like normal, but there's always a set piece about yay big. It's a rectangle, and that rectangle is effectively a glass box, and the middle objective can't be taken from behind that. So it gives you a blocking piece in the middle, but also if you touch it, you're just being seen by anybody. And if you touch the objective, you're touching that terrain. So I kind of dig it. We played some test games on it, getting ready for it, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. It takes away that, oh no, one person got the first drop and puts a giant building perfectly in the middle for stage his army. It takes that away where both people have options in the middle. So I'll see how you guys like it, but in playing with it, I really dug it.
I'm excited to see that. Actually, I'm excited to play it. Brian, why don't you come play with us?
I would love to, but I'm running my local RTT series here in Syracuse at the store. I got to take care of my local guys. Although I would love to come, but it happened to fall on the same weekend as this.
Oh, gotcha. All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. By the way, we've already set it up for next year. By the way, there's a train that goes into Rochester, and I forgot to mention you're picking us up next year.
Oh, from the train station?
Yes.
Not a problem. Uber works just fine.
What event, Brad?
If you think I'm getting you guys in my car when I have to run an event, I won't get there alive. You guys will kill me by the time we get there.
Yeah. Potato, potato.
That, and I know exactly what I'll hear from the back seat. Hey, that's a liquor store. Hey, wait, there's another one.
Yeah, that is true. But Blake Lyle's going to show up. Lyle's throwing it out there. Someone's going to lay down the law. Also, Tom, don't forget to pick Blake up.
Oh, I'm picking Blake up 100%. So,
Six is in chat here. It's a 14 by 8 inch rectangle. I really like it, dude.
Really?
He
14 by 8.
Yeah.
So you can't. So basically, if it's in the dead center, so there's no humanly possible way for you not to be in that piece of terrain.
If you touch the objective, 100%.
You can't control it from outside.
Yes, it makes.
Love it.
It's so nice because it provides blocking, but you can't just toe touch the objective and try to hang out. You know what I mean? It's if you want to take that objective, you have to be shot at, and it's a glass box basically. So it's fantastic. So I didn't think he said it at first, and I of course went, yeah, snags, blah, whatever. And then we played a couple games on it, and I was like, I really like this.
If you send me a layout of what your terrain looks like, I kind of want to give that a try out just for fun.
It sounds like I'm actually really impressed with the thought process that Jason's put into this. I think it's a very good way of balancing out player place. So it's been a long time that I've been excited about playing an event just for the terrain, and I'm ecstatic to play in this event.
It's just it's a big thing on that, bro. The thing is I just hated the fact that in player it was way bigger than going first. It's like whoever got that first drop dictated what was going on in the game, and that's not the case. Or in the LVO ones where they have like the giant stronghold and stuff like that, where you have to move the stronghold. Whoever gets to choose that also can kind of screw what you're doing, because they can just push that stronghold at you or pull it back or whatever. You know what I mean? But like this means that you basically don't get to mess with your opponent. You know what I mean? You get to choose good terrain for yourself, and that middle piece is there. And then you just play the game, as opposed to somebody going, oh, I dropped first. Well, I have a huge advantage in the game now. I hate that.
Yeah.
So question for you, Brad, and then we got asked a few moments ago, and I'd like to go first on if you guys are okay with that. But I'm going to ask a question. I'll put my label out there. They're asking who we think is going to win the event. And I'm going to go first. I am going to pick the Mad Lad himself, Bretton Weiss. This guy's been playing out his mind lately. I'm calling it now. I think if he plays me or you, Brad, he's taking us down. It's his time to shine. He's been keeping me updated. He's been playing ever since he's been in the Team USA Discord with you. He's been playing a lot of people across the seas. He's been playing with some top players lately, and he's racking up some impressive wins.
I like his list a lot, by the way. It has more. It is definitely more Brad style than the Tom Ogden. If it doesn't have a gun, it got kicked out of my list.
The thing I'll give Bretton, all season he's been trying to find his own style, and it's kind of like a hybrid between Gagno's and mine. So, and it's kind of the Bretton style. And he had some events where he played good, but he kind of struggled with some certain players. And I think the scientist, and the little mad lad scientist himself, he plays Tau Endy. The little mad lad scientist himself has finally gotten that algorithm, that little science down where he's ready to just perfect the list. I'm excited to see how he does, and I think he's going to take the win this weekend. I'm picking him right now. I'm picking him over me. I'm picking him over you.
It took all the wind out of my sails, because I was going to say after he won Du Bois GT, he was primed. I think he's in a good spot.
Do you feel he's got the eye of the tiger?
100%.
I think I was going to go with the eye of the cow, but sure.
Eye of the cow, indeed.
But you guys can't pick my pick. I want to give people a time to shine. So, Brad, who do you think's going to win?
I'm going with my dark horse, my boy Lyle that I'm in. putting through that.
Lyle's a good choice.
I'm gonna put the pressure on him right now.
I can't argue that choice. Lyle's also, I mean, I hate, not that I'm trying to make Lyle feel bad in any way, but where he was last year compared to this year, I mean, he's extremely smart, and I know you've worked a lot with him, Brad, but he is a drastic different player. He's one of the gems of the Midwest. He pulls out some surprising wins. I've seen games and tournaments where like, oh, Lyle might have trouble there, and then we look back and he's like, oh yeah, I won like 94-62. I'm like, damn, okay. So that's a good choice.
Is Minnick going to be there?
Minnick's going to be there. Yes, he is.
All right, so I got to go with Minnick.
Good choice. Great choice.
Little Tyranid choice there.
He's bringing demons this weekend.
Is he running demons?
He's running demons because of the possibilities for LVO Mojo. We have to give some props to Demonic.
Monic, yeah.
He's my number 2.
Before we go to Monic, I want to talk a little bit about Minnick. Man, that guy has been just a solid performer. Every tournament he goes to, he's consistently up there.
Oh yeah.
I think Minnick's a super solid choice. Oh wait.
Did I tell you about the we went to Triple C?
Chat. It looks like he's taking demons, not Kieran.
I just said that. So we went to Triple C, and again, props to G, even though he's making fun of me with everybody. Tear in my eye. Just joking. But we went to that, and I played Tyranids, and we get to the end of the event, and Josh just goes, well, I didn't think those Carnifexes were going to work out for you, but I really wanted someone to play them, and I didn't want it to be me. So I'm glad that you got to play test that, and both of us know that we don't want to take them now. I was just like, God damn it. Why do I got to play test them?
Jason, if you win the event you're tealing, I think there's going to be some collusion involved. Just put it out there. But if you were a player, I would give you a great shot at winning it.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to say, though, I am super stacked that you're running this one because I'm not kidding. I love what you've done with the terrain. I think it's cool. Depending on how it plays out, I mean, DOG events might adopt this for some future events.
Yeah, it's like the event I'm running this weekend. We're doing the GW terrain, but we're playing all 3 variants. So round 1 will be set 1, round 2 will be set 2, round 3 will be set 3. Because I was fortunate enough to have someone message me what missions they were using with what, or at least what they were planning on doing, so I can at least try that out. I'm excited. Just it's Glass City time. It's one of the oldest GTs as well. Not to give Snakes too much air in his head, not that he doesn't need to, but it's I'm not trying to blow him up too much. I love the guy, but
what's the first year? We got Snakes in chat. What's the first year that when he ran it? I have no idea how long it's been.
10 years. Over 10 years, man. 5th edition. He ran it in 5th edition, I think, right?
I don't know. It feels like semi soon, but like it's been a while now.
Oh man, at least 10 years this event's going on. Gotta be at least 10 years.
We'll find out. Things don't leave us hanging. We need to know the answer. Inquiring minds want to know.
I think the only events I know that's older than it is the Boys.
Adepticon,
LVO.
9 years.
29. Damn. Man, you started in 2013? Okay. Wait, no,
Dude,
2013.
Everything feels weird from COVID time. It's like I don't know. It's 1,000 years ago. I don't know. Maybe.
Look at Brad. Look at in the before time, we used to do things differently. No, but I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun time.
By the way, Brad, someone told me that they're running a 2nd edition event at Adepticon.
I'm playing in that.
If it's true, I am so playing.
You got to get an assassin. Got to get some Space Wolf Terminators with sustained fire dice.
The thing is also to give not too much props to the Midwest, but man, another cool thing about the Glass City, it's one of the events that attracts a lot of the Midwest top players, and I sweat more at these events than I do at big events. The big events, it's okay, if we play 8 rounds, the first 4 or 5 usually not too hard, but it's man, round 1 at these events, it's I get paired against one of our big dogs, and it's whew.
Dude, that's a real story. We need to recap this. So Snakes put it up. Year 1, Snakes had 38 players. 32 through 2 were top 50 ITC. That's back when 9 years ago. We had a couple of the boys. We had Kemp come in, but we had Alan, Pajama Pants, myself, Naden. We just had all of these top players, and everybody's playing each other. And like the 6 guys that aren't in the top 50 ITC were just local guys, just like showing up for a tournament, going, I don't understand how my 4th game I'm playing Brad or Sean or somebody. Like, what is happening? Like, I don't understand this.
That's like poor Jeff, one of my guys. He went to Beef and Wing, and he played like you, Naden, and Nadavati in like the first 3 rounds. And he was like, how? Why do I keep getting paired up?
All of the goodness.
Yeah.
I would agree with the DOG in the chat. Also looking forward to is as a team every Saturday night in these events we have one of the coolest hangouts where I think we're going Jay Alexander's this time. So I'm pretty pumped for that. Nice. Hopefully they let 30 people in. I don't know if that type of restaurant will allow that big of a reservation, but definitely looking forward to the hangout.
Well, you know what? I'm throwing out there what we're having. So Gina, Sniggs' wife, is going to be making several things, one of them being walking tacos. And I'm so excited for those to be there. So also anybody locally that's going to be in, guys, let's show up Friday night, support Sniggs, get all the tables together for him. You want to, everybody wants to stop in and see the terrain themselves anyways. So let's just pop up. If you're going to John's house, you're already 8 feet away from the game room. There's no reason not to help.
Yeah, 100%. I was gonna get there early to help set up because I was leaving early Friday, but then I found out I'm picking Blake up at like 9 o'clock, so I gotta wait up here to pick him up, and then I'm driving down. But I don't know. I'm excited about it. Also, if you guys haven't signed up already for Glass City, I know it's this weekend. I'm sure they're still selling a couple more tickets. So if you get a hold of Jason or the store, get the last couple spots. It is an absolute blast. Jason's a huge supporter of the hobby side. The dude breaks out so many brackets. He gets an insane amount of prize support, and a lot of it's in brackets, so it's not just the top players winning stuff. More people than not in top brackets win.
Let's talk about that real quick, because I really do enjoy that. So Sniggs breaks it down into 4-man brackets so that so many people get a ton of prizes, and they literally convert it's either 90 or 100% of everything taken in comes right back. Dara from the game room is really cool about that, and they gives away store credit as prize support. It's fantastic with that. So even there's a reason to play all your games, because you have a tough say day 1 on Saturday, do well on Sunday, win your bracket, all of a sudden you get there's literally, this is a real story. One of the first or second years, I can't remember what it was, people were walking up to Sniggs and saying, hey man, I think you gave me the wrong card. This is too much. There's no way that I got this much. I was in 700th place or whatever. You know what I mean? I won bracket 93. And he's like, no, man, this is how much you actually got. He's like, oh, okay. I just want to make sure I didn't grab someone else's prize support.
I think it's pretty sweet. We got Blake Law coming in as well. That's going to be, I mean, this is just, you can just look at the list. There's a lot of who's from the Midwest going to this event.
Oh, we've got a ton of people, man.
Oh, you know who we didn't give props to, by the way, is playing that has a chance to win? DeFrank. John, judge himself, DeFrank.
Is he playing Votan?
Let's look up what he's Greater Ethereum League. So yeah, he's playing Votan. All right.
Nice.
We got that. We got Tyler's coming in from Chicago. We've got a lot of people.
Justin
I
Curtis.
would say Curtis is coming in. He's playing his Iron Warriors.
Okay.
I haven't seen Curtis in a while. I wish I could be there.
We got this bum Ogden showing up. He probably won't win any games.
Absolutely.
Trash tier.
I can tell you who's going to win probably the bottom bracket. I can guarantee that.
And he's running Tau, so nobody likes him anyways. So.
Yeah.
No, actually, Ogden's playing Dark Eldar, so.
Is it wrong that I'm way more excited about tacos and eating steak than I am about anything about this tournament?
Daniel Sandstone's coming in too. I just saw him on the list. That's a fantastic player. So
yeah, we got some serious beats, coming. It's a real deal.
Like with me going to LVO to actually like play a game this year, which is going to be remarkably strange. I'm looking forward to the hanging out with everybody, and then I'm like, oh, I have to play 40K at the same time. That's no fun.
I'm angry now.
I was going to play guard, Jason, but I made a word that I was going to play every tournament this season as Tau. I almost broke it because I wanted to play guard event, and I even reached out. I had like 3 people offer me all the models I needed because mine are all being built and sent to be commissioned. And then I was like, you know what, dude? I don't want to. I'm going to play Tau. I made my word. I've played nothing but Tau this whole season. That's every practice game, every TTS game, every friendly game, every pickup game, every tournament game has only been Tau, and I'm going to see it through. I got 2 more events. I have this and LVO, and let's see where I go.
I like that you said that because I have not been very loyal to any faction. I am on the side of the road. We'll play 40K for tacos. Any army will be represented.
I also, Eloise, you're forgetting one more job. Like whenever we go to Chicago, you have a job of protecting me from a specific person, and you do a fantastic job. You keep her away from me. So
get off there. Get off the couch. Go. Yeah, get on.
Yeah.
We need to get her a squirt bottle to carry around with her because that'd be more entertaining.
She's literally like the mom of the team. She makes sure that we behave and she protects us. So she's the true top captain. I mean, people don't know DOG. DOG's ran by multiple captains. It's multiple teams that make up one big team. But she's the top captain. Every captain has to listen to her. So
very fair.
Yep.
So but now I know what to call when you're in trouble again, Tom.
And protect players from themselves.
Yeah, you do. Hopefully, though, you don't have to protect me from myself anymore. Kind of just put it out there. I've been working out every day. I'm trying to get more healthy, and I have decided that drinking just not in for me right now because it seems like if I spend 2 weeks working out and I have 1 weekend of doing bad decisions and drinking and eating all the snack foods when I'm drunk, just counterproductive. And I'm gonna listen to Brad. Brad's been telling me for a while to get more healthy, and every time I go to a tournament, I watch that man do a bazillion push-ups every morning and everything else. So I dropped some money and I turned my 3rd bedroom into a weight room. So I've been working out a little bit every morning. So
we got some good questions here. She's gonna replace me as captain of Team USA. Seems legit. And Lyle goes, if she's the mom, what does that make Lyle?
Lyle, you are the mistress. All right, you're the one that everyone's hanging out with. You're the one that does the wrestling move that we shall not put out there. From what's that wrestler he likes?
Lyle knows all of the wrestling. He knew like a wrestler by a snippet of a song that Brian played.
Yeah, when my phone rang the one day.
He was just immediately knew all of it. I was like, I don't know what's happening right now. There's just Lyle coming in with all caps of whoever it was. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
And Andy, I don't think you see my body frame even when I'm skinny. Like when last time I was skinny was about 8 years ago. I was like 14% body fat and I was still 215 pounds. There's no mediums ever in my future. Like at my skinniest, at like said 14% body fat, I was at an extra large, and that's skinny me. I just have 2 big shoulders.
The question is, what should I take to LVO?
Ooh, getting the LVO chat. Okay, let's do this. I'm excited.
Right. Can we go over what I want to take to LVO?
Well, hell yeah, we can.
Pete, real quick. Pete asked what he is. Pete, you're the main mom. Everyone knows that. You are mommy. Always mommy dearest.
No. I was going to say he's granny.
No.
Because everyone's got to respect that.
We wouldn't call him granny. He would be Nana.
I'm going to play LVO. So we'll put it this way. I'm going to be playing LVO. I'm not judging this year. And I'm going to take NIDS. And I'm going for the lazy build for me. I'm taking all monsters. I will be shocked if there's anything besides monsters in my list. So I will be running Behemoth and playing the
big boys.
The big boys. And I will be running nothing but aggression. My games will be over in 20 minutes one way or the other.
Okay.
The question is, will you bring the Toxic Ring?
Because it's player place terrain, 100% yes.
All right, guys, we're gonna do a donation to figure out Brad's army. And we got $5 for a Dark Eldar. It's closed. We're done. Ship. Dark Eldar. The highest bid was $5.
Don, excellent question, by the way. What's the odds we get Data Slate before the cutoff making Marines the meta? You'd have to get Data Slate in points. They're two separate documents on that. And so we got 3 things that are coming out: points, Data Slate, and Ark of the Covenant. So
Arcs of Omen, for those who don't know Brad's reference.
Yeah.
It doesn't, from everything they released from an FLG standpoint, it doesn't sound like we're gonna get all 3. It sounds like more than likely it's gonna be the Data Slate, and that's it. Based off what they said so far publicly, we have no inside information on their decision making. So anything we say is opinionated. If I had information, I would say it, but I don't have any, unfortunately.
So the only thing that I can say, and I've sent this out a few times and have said this to people, I've put it in our DOG big chats. Salty John, who is the head judge of LVO, John, I'm going to butcher his last name, Walla Ding Dong. I can't say his last name. I've heard it a couple times and I never can pronounce it correctly. He's known as Salty John on the internet. He has specifically said they are using Nephilim. 100%. They are not using this. So
well,
I would be
but he
surprised a little bit if
he did say in the post that he put up that they'll use the Data Slate if it comes out in time based on player votes, I think it was.
Yes. Yep.
But he did not say anything about points. And Kevin made a good point, because I'm pretty sure that was the last time that we got the points and the Data Slate the same day last year, did we not?
Correct. It all came out in conjunction with Nephilim.
Gotcha.
Yep.
But I thought that was, if they do the same as they did before, we're going to get all of that stuff. So
a week from Saturday.
So Don, for the Tau players, that means most likely the planes will be nerfed, but the point changes on Crisis Suits and Kroot will not be in effect yet. So Tau players,
that's 100% an unknown.
We have no idea what it is. So
I'm just telling you, for based off what they said it's a likely chance based off player vote, which a lot of players are.
I don't think it changes very much at that point in time. I'd love to see everything. I already said that in a thing that we cannot reference anymore. But I would like to. I'm very excited for the new season, but I just like change. Period. I enjoy playing with just new stuff. I have the. Go ahead.
I'm 100% looking forward to my first RTT that I'm running at the store in February, because I get to use all the new toys. Because the guard book will be hopefully out at that point, because, for RTTs, I just have a 1 week lead time. You can't play stuff that comes out the same day. I'm looking forward to having the complete Wild Wild West, as you've said, Brad, I want to see everything shake up. And because we have my local meta is fairly strong. There's a lot of good competitive players in it. And it would be fantastic to see everything unfold and roll. I'm looking forward to it because I like change.
I mean, I have the attention span of a gnat, so I definitely want new stuff. I'm like, ooh, shiny. I wander away quite frequently from everything. Ooh.
I hope we don't have the Wild Wild West and everything gets used, because it makes a very unbalanced meta. And I know that this is a popular and unpopular opinion at the same time. I think those with advanced knowledge has a drastic advantage. For example, like those of us who've had the rules for a couple weeks now, or a week now, should I say, if it changes, I know what I'm going to play. And I don't think it's fair to everyone else who doesn't have that knowledge. So I think the Data Slate would be nice.
I'll give you that, but I think it's still near. The thing is that if the Data Slate comes out and it's all the stuff that we saw off the Reddit, I don't want to go into that, but it hurts people that are already in the dumps, man. You know what I mean? If you've been playing a 40-some% win rate army the entire year, and then you get hit with things that are supposed to be played together, I don't know. I'd like to see the changes because they've had a lot of test games. They've had a lot of data. You know what I mean? The changes are trying to pick the bottom up and bring the top down. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they're gonna miss. Let's be honest. It's a damn. We give GW shit all the time, but man, it's hard to balance this type of game. We literally took a beer and pretzels game and made it competitive. It's very difficult to balance this.
Yeah, I honestly, Don, to answer your question on one thing, they want to know what armies we're gonna look at play next year. I like Guard. I'm having a whole army commission painted by Hobby Goblins, which is some of the best painters out there. But Marines, man, like, I already ordered a bunch of stuff from Marines. I'm heavily looking at Black Templars. I think Black Templars have a chance of making a return to my tabletop. It's my favorite faction. Yep. I think they're going to be almost as strong as Guard, and if I can make them almost as strong as Guard, and it's my favorite faction, I'm going to play them. So I think Black Templars, which I took Black Templars the LVO last year when everyone said I was stupid because they were C tier. I went 5-1. My 5 wins were 100 points. So like, if I'm going to do it with C tier,
why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be, Tom?
I think if I can do that with C tier, I'm not trying to humble brag myself. Don't get me that way. I'm just giving like reasons why I love Templars.
I'm going to throw Stiggs out there because currently we keeps messaging me, we keep throwing lists around, and he's like, well, if this is legal, then I might play this, but if this is legal, I'll play this, but if this is legal, then I'm playing this, and all of those have to go in with also these 3 armies could change if Guard's legal or not. So he's just like,
I mean, Lyle, why?
I mean, it is very clear that Guards. I mean, if for LVO at least as I understood the standings that they've put out there, that FLG has said that if it's not out by the rules cutoff date, the full release, that Guard was not going to be there with the book that was available in the limited box set. This would be the weekend where they would have had to announce the pre-orders because their rules cutoff date was the 14th. These items would get pre-ordered on the 7th and then would be out on the 14th. Correct. So therefore Guard would not be there for LVO, if I understand the way they've put things out there.
They have to basically, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to play the new stuff. I'm really excited for the arc. The detachment, I think is sweet.
I just want to say one thing real quick though. Lyle, those are rookie numbers. Why play 15 plasma receptors when you can play 18? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I do think that FLG could be on top of it with that, with GW. I just think that it would be exciting for me, and this is complete opinion on this, but like I would love to see LVO treated as, instead of the last event of the year, the big new event. Obviously they do the awards and stuff, but man, it would be nice to see them like kicking off the year, you know what I mean, with the newest rules and exciting stuff. I don't know. I just like to have the new stuff come out. I'm a child about that. This is my 40K Christmas when I go to LVO and get the new rules and stuff. So
I never really understood that because like I feel like the downplay who won LVO when the award ceremony for the end of the season stuff is bigger than the actual event itself. I agree with you. I think LVO should be the kickoff of the new season, and I think Frontline's shooting himself in the foot when they could have like a I don't know, like a YouTube live award ceremony or something, and have a bazillion people tune in to watch who won. But I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong on that. But I also don't get why everyone keeps saying they're a subsidiary of GW. Like, it seems like they butt heads a lot from an outside input. Like when GW wants to release something and FLG's like, well, we don't know what we're gonna do with it yet. Well, if they had inside knowledge, you think they'd just be quiet and just announce it when it's ready instead of just taking votes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just people want to know. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of painting that goes in. If you're an actual player and painter, and you're not somebody that just changes his mind at the last second, like, I don't know, me. So I'm gonna roll the dice. I might crowdsource what I play at LVO.
So let's get back to it, because we never answered it. What is the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Brad Chester, captain of Team USA? What's he playing at LVO?
Tyranids, maybe.
On the show, you're playing.
Well,
You got to be
well,
faithful to the
it
show.
changes the rules might change. That's the problem.
So let's give you some rules. Let's say they play the data slate, but not the new points. We're gonna make you pick something on that.
Possibly Tyranids, but I don't know because it does hurt my list. I'd have to change my list. So maybe Tyranids. I was before my top 2 was Harlequins and Tyranids based on whether or not Guard was coming out. And the problem is if Guard comes out, Graph World's very difficult to play. So they kind of kicked out because I didn't want to practice. And I've had a ton of practice anyway with my Craft Worlds. So I felt confident that I could just pick them up if I decided. Because if Guard doesn't be legal, that actually means that I could actually play Craft World. You know what I mean? I don't think that they're at the top, but I could just play them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with that. And to answer your question, Louise, ITC was created by Frontline Gaming, which is an American company. And in my opinion, they saved the tournament scene for many years. It carried on its back. They were known as the International FAQ Days. A lot of people listen to their FAQ. Reese himself and Frankie literally put the competitive scene on their back and carried it to some of the worst editions we've seen. Because they're American based is why their tournament scene is biggest events are in America, because that's where they run their events. They don't have events overseas. It'd be such a cost venture to send their stuff over and run their events. Like, it just doesn't make sense for them. It's nowhere near as profitable. So that's why the LVO is the biggest event. It's their main flagship event. It's kind of like what MCM is to us, except there's on a whole new level compared to us. That's why it's based in America.
I don't want to take Eldrad now that we're thinking about this.
Okay. I don't think you have the balls to run out.
Oh, shots fired.
I don't think you
do. Brad, what would it take? What would I have to buy you for dinner to get you to play Uthway?
That'd have to be a pretty fancy dinner because that's a tough army to play right now.
the thing you'd have is nobody be tucked against you.
Except for Guard, who would accidentally tech against me and rain death upon my face. Is that 9 mortars? Oh God, it hurts.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. It doesn't look like Guard's going to be in, right? I mean, that
means they're going to have the old mortars,
the old Guard Codex.
Yes,
but
that means
just
no penalty for indirect.
Ooh. What will it take for Brad to play AOS instead of 40k and just play a Night-style army full of giant cow titans?
Do you know AOS, Brad? Have you played?
I have. I played it just enough where I know what's going on, but not enough to be in a tournament.
If Brad played Age of Sigmar over 40k at LVO, I would stop being his friend. I would be like, I don't know that loser.
So,
so you're saying there's a bonus for this?
Yeah. No, the best is Pete just went too far. Pete goes, I need Brad to take Wraith Knights and the Avatar of Cade. Ooh, Wraith Knights.
Except old Avatar Kane.
Well, can I bring old Wraith Knights then? Because Wraith Knights now are terrible. Dear Wraith Knights, I'm sorry about what happened to you.
I will give you the rules when they were Wraith Knights and they were still being taken. They have strengthy weapons, which is pretty nice. Except they have 4 wounds.
You know what? They'd still be better than the Wraith Knight. Ooh. You know what I have thought about doing at LVO though? Playing in the narrative because it looks awesome.
You know, I'm honestly thinking for Adepticon of not playing the champs, but playing in that friendly.
I was so happy last year not playing in the champs. I skipped the champs, only played the teams, had a great time just hanging out. It was fantastic.
I watched the friendlies this year, and it looked like a blast. I was in like the semifinals and stuff for Adepticon, and I was like, dude, can I just forfeit and go play over there? Because that's where I want to play. I've never seen a tournament where that many people are having an absolute blast.
I will admit that it always looks like a ton of fun.
You know, Corey makes fun of that, but I would play in a Vampire the Masquerade LARP if I had the option.
So we went to a number of years ago. We went to an event in New Jersey. A couple buddies of mine who are not really on the scene anymore, and we played 40k. And it was, I want to say it was 3rd edition, so it's a number of years ago. And they had a superhero LARP going on around the con. And there was a Captain Obvious who was playing, doing his thing. And he walked by the table as someone was rolling dice and went, "Hey, obviously that's 3 2s and a 1 right there." And the 40K players just looking at the LARPer, and I was like, "Oh, that guy better not say anything at any point in time to anybody else." But it looked like they were having a great time. So
I like that though. I like a lot of the versions. It's hard to play. I'm such a team homer that it's just so tough. The singles events, and I love. Don't get me wrong, I love playing in the singles. Support the singles. They're always a good time. But like teams are just like they got a little juice on it, a little extra mojo. It's good times. Also, yes, Lyle, it goes because it was random nonsense, ways to score points like buying your opponent a drink. So yes, all of the things.
Alrighty though. On that note, I think we're gonna have to probably end it a few minutes early tonight because we do have to prepare for the Votan thingy.
The Votan thingy. That is true. Everyone, thanks for hanging out as usual, and we will see you.
If you could give us a thumbs up before you guys get off, we appreciate it. Like we said at the beginning of the show, it helps us out a lot.
Like, subscribe,
And,
Patreon, all those things that we're just yelling randomly. Ah!